Ag Day Weather, brought to you by
Longer lasting protection, advanced plant health benefits, consistent performance, Preaxor fungicide for soybeans, and otherworldly fungicide.
Welcome back to Ag Day here with Mike Hoffman. Now, Mike, it's cooled off here the last week or so. Are we in a new pattern where we're kind of getting ready for winter? Or?
You're wanting me to go out on a limb here.
Sure, yeah.
I do see another blast of cold, maybe colder than this one, late weekend, early next week, and another one the following week. If you get into a pattern like that early in the winter with the Pacific set up for cold and the Atlantic set up for cold,
could be cold.
Sometimes it can hold through winter when that happens. So yeah, that is a concern of mine, that this could be a pretty big winter for much of the middle and eastern parts of the country. But we'll have to wait and see on that. Lots of things can happen between now and December. Right now there's not a lot happening except the cold air in the southeast. It's now moderating across most of the Corn Belt behind that warm front. High pressure still sits in the southeast, as you can see there. The next cold front really has almost no moisture with it. The storm system just causing a little bit of rain and snow on the backside of it through the upper Midwest and the upper Great Lakes. But what we're going to see over time is, as this system gets out of there, we'll start to see a little bit of returning Gulf moisture there, but it's still not going to cause a whole lot. But we're going to see a developing storm system in the Rockies that will start to create some moisture. This is a powerful storm diving in, and I have the feeling these two are going to combine for a big storm coming across the middle of the country over the weekend and into the east early next week, and behind that will be the really cold air. So although we're kind of in a lull right now, I think things do get active again as we head into next week. You can see how little precipitation has fallen over the past 24 hours. Adding on the next 36 hours, our computer model not exactly putting down a whole lot. A little bit along the Gulf Coast, a little bit in the northwest and up along the Canadian border. Some of that is in the form of snow in the northwest, obviously, especially the higher elevations and right up along the Canadian border with that system. But none of this is heavy at all over the next 36 hours. Temperatures, you can see, still on the chilly side, 40s and 50s for most of the Corn Belt. Even 62 in New Orleans, pretty cold for this time of the year for those folks. Looking at low temperatures tonight, it's coast to coast, as you can see there. 30s and 40s for most of the lower 48 until you get down along the Gulf Coast and the far southwest. High temperatures do start to moderate the tomorrow afternoon in the middle of the country, as you can see here, but still on the cool side, Great Lakes into the northeast. So here's the overall situation. There's the weak system coming across the country right now, and then you can see the stronger trough develops. That starts plowing eastward. Behind it, shot of Arctic air for at least 2 or 3 days, and it looks like another one will be coming the following week. So an active weather pattern, but in between there are some pleasant days like today. That's a look across the country. Now let's take a look at some local forecasts. First of all, for Bend, Oregon today, a mix of sun and clouds and chilly. High temperature of 47. Jefferson City, Missouri, partly to mostly sunny and breezy. High back up to 55. And Binghamton, New York, mostly sunny, breezy, and chilly. The high temperature just 46.